Scribd Audio presents The Crown Lord by William Sirls. Read for you by Brent Redman. For Eric. Prologue. 1846, northern coast of Virginia. Georgie Winthrop followed his 5-year-old sister along the shoreline and pretended to be watching after her. Father always said to walk right behind her. That way she wouldn't wander off into the waves and disappear, leaving Georgie an only child at the age of 14. Georgie didn't like being referred to as a child, but longed for the days when he was the only one, because Emily was truly a problem. An unplanned wedge between Georgie and the occasional affection of his father. But it wouldn't be much longer. Emily falling out of her bedroom window. Emily happening upon father's loaded pistol. Emily unexplainably dying in her sleep. Though there were endless possibilities, Emily wouldn't be wandering off into the waves anytime soon. Big Jonah would never allow anything to happen to her. He was 6.5 feet tall, and whenever they left the house, he was never more than a few steps away, keeping a careful eye not just on Emily, but on both of his master's children. There was a slight breeze, and the dying waves covered Georgie's feet with cool salt water as he and his sister walked across the wet sand. They were there to gather the tiniest of seashells for the necklaces Mother liked to make, the ones she would give to the townsfolk that couldn't afford any of what Father called real jewelry. Father was convinced the craft was the only thing that kept Mother busy, and he frequently reminded her that she led a life void of responsibility. Though it was Mother that inherited the plantation, she never dared talk back to Father, even when he threatened to sell off all the house slaves, Big Jonah included, and render her completely helpless. The whole town knew they had more slaves than anyone in the county. They also knew the ones that worked indoors were there specifically to serve Father. In fact, Georgie once overheard Mr. Bellamy say, "Georgie Winthrop has so many Negroes in that house. 2 Bits says he keeps one handy just to help him change his mind." Mr. Bellamy had tears in his eyes and begged Georgie to never repeat what he had overheard. It was pathetic to see a grown man cry, and Georgie could only imagine what the man did when he closed the doors to...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?